Here we go. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Dan.
I'm Jay. How are we?
Good mate. How's it going?
Yeah, good. Looking forward to this week's action. Got a good week this week, haven't we?
Joburg Open. Final. The international swings finally come to an end. Remember around Christmas time thinking this is going to be a long one. This is going to stretch out because the first one only had a few events in it, didn't it? And then
Gone
what
rapid, hasn't it?
March already. Madness.
I can't believe it. I know.
Yeah. But it's good, isn't it? It keeps you interested. It's good to follow it.
Definitely.
And I like the way they break it down into the swings. It keeps it interesting. So even if you've had a crap swing and this is your last week around the crap section, you go onto a new swing and put it behind you. We'll have another leaderboard for it.
That's it. That is it. So, should we have a look into last week's Joburg Open?
No.
Last week's South
That's
Africa Open, sorry.
South Africa Open in Durban Country Club.
Durban.
In
The
Durban.
underwhelming, as we alluded to in the podcast, it wasn't the greatest of spectacles given the delays and everything like that. But, you know, people got some points on the board. Not necessarily me, but people did.
It's just always a bit disappointing, isn't it, when it's cut it down to 54 holes. It's like we mentioned on the main podcast there, the players, they're going to be like gearing themselves up, especially people like Marco Penn, who was on the shot back going into the final day.
Yeah.
Gearing himself up for a challenge and a big win for himself, and then gets taken away from him by the rain. I mean, there's not anyone could do with it about it. It's just hammered it down. It's just flooded.
Yeah, I think you've got to take the rough for the smooth, haven't you? If you're Laurie Canty, you've got the smooth. If you're Marco Benji, you've got the rough, but you still made a decent amount of money, haven't you? So
Yeah,
can't really cry any tears
got himself in the opener as well, didn't he? So still good week. Decent consolation to add that in it, hey?
It is. So looking at the table for last week, Oliver Moore, 908 points from a 54-hole round is an unbelievable score. Some people did really well. I did a deep dive into stats this week, and I just felt they were get out the window there. The course didn't play anything like I thought it was going to play. And yeah, I was way down like over Smiley. So yeah, do you want to go over your team for last week? And
I thought you were just going to go through the league there. You started going through the league, didn't you? Go on, I'll do my team first. So the Investec South African Open Championship. So we had Dylan Nadu won, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Was on my radar in the slightest.
Not in the slightest.
We mentioned in the podcast last week about Laurie Cantor as well, that we didn't touch on him, and that we were worried that after his little break and stuff, and we didn't really entertain him at all.
Not at all.
But yeah, the pair ended up in a playoff on the last day and got it done. I didn't have either of them. And my best place pick was Sean Norris, tied for ninth. That was my captain. And so at least got the captain right, which has helped me out a bit. So 256 points from him. He finished 10 under. Then I had Jaden Shaper back in 16 to an 8 under. And then me outside that I bigged up. I reckon if it had been over 72 holes this year, he'd kicked on one. Kazuma Kabori, yeah. He had a great start to the week and then stumbled a bit on the third day. I can't remember which day he stumbled on, but he had a couple of great rounds and a bad one. Yeah. 67, 73, 69. That's it. Charles
It was quite common that though, wasn't it? It happened a lot for them. I think no one had really 3 good rounds.
No, I mean the ones that did obviously got themselves to the top, but there's not many who had 3 in the red outside maybe the top 6 or something like that.
What happens if you captained Dale Whitnell and he got 2 races? I mean, surely your points will have skyrocketed there.
As far as the game concerned, just the Eagles, aren't they?
Is it?
I don't think there's bonus for all of them. I might be wrong. I think it's just your points for Eagles.
Right, fair enough.
I had Berminator, Team Burmester, bit of an underwhelming tie for 37. Charles Schwartzel as well, -4, tie for 46. But he was flying. He came out early because he was so far back. He came out early on Sunday before the rain came and was 4 under for a few holes. was like 5 or 6 holes he was flying. I thought
Lucky
got a decent chance here. And that was obviously paid to by the weather. So he's finished at 4 under. And then Freddie shot again, another one who started well and just had a bad third day, and he's finished at 2 over. And so that was my team. Total like 7.5K season rank, slight improvements from last week, up to 1481 from 1,550 last week. So not much movement overall. Yeah, and
Oh, right. I captained to take you 3 over after the first day. Bless
sorry,
you, sir. Take you 3 over after the first day, end up 3 under, which was, I mean, he pulled it back well, but not good enough there. Connor Symes 3 under. Dylan Fratelli shot 6 over in the last on the Saturday. He was right up there. Six under. But he hasn't got the minerals to ever be picked again. So yeah, that's him never going back in my team. Then we had
he's in the
Richie
bin with
Ramsey.
Tristan Lawrence.
Tristan, like I know it sounds a bit South Africanist, but because they're both South Africans, but yeah. Richie Ramsey, leader after the first day, tied for first. Thought he was going to do well, but at 7 under, didn't really kick on. Shot at 1 over in the second day, and yeah.
Richie Ramsey.
And then Jaden Shaper, he played well 8 under. I can't really moan it. 103 points. And then Sean Norris, 128 points. You can't really moan at that. It's not a bad score, but 16,000 in the world today, so this week. So I've got to be lucky to do better this week if I want to challenge. But it's the end of the swing, so we've got to concentrate all the efforts being safe this week and start a new swing well and not yo-yo as much.
Happy days. What's your rank then? Where have you gone to?
I've gone to season rank of 4699. So, yeah.
Clawing it back.
Clawing it slowly. But yeah, I've got to have a good. What swing's this coming up? It's the. What's it called?
I could see it. I could see the cogs going. I knew that question was coming. Like, don't ask me. I don't know the answer to this. It's the Asian swing.
Oh yeah, of course.
So yeah, so we've actually got a week off after next week. I think this is the players next week. So there's a week off the DP World Tour, and then they go to Singapore on 20th of March.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's good having a little week off. It's nice to take stock. Players won't have to travel as much, and we will be ready to go again. Anyway, back to us chatting Wham. Do you want to go through the leagues, or do you want to go through your team? Up to you.
Yeah, do the tables while we're still talking about South Africa. What impact does South Africa had on mini league and the international tables?
Okay, so looking at international swing tables, it's still all to play for to going into the final week. We actually had someone dropped out of the mini league this week, which was due by day 3s, and he was fine in the international swing. We logged in one day and he was gone. So nothing to do with us whatsoever. Just to let you know, It wouldn't have affected us anyway. But yeah, wondering what happened there. Yeah. If you're watching, let us know.
Where have you gone?
Are you
gone to Dubai? Maybe that's why I was doing so well. Yeah,
maybe because it was day 3. I don't know.
God knows.
But yeah, so we've got a new leader. Past captain's picks from 4986. And we've got Venice Bashes has been like all swing at 4849. Mr. Penn 4789. So they're within 100, 200 points of each other. Then we've got Premier Crew 4703. Then Healy Golf down at 4684. So you've got a bit of a mountain to climb there if you want to win the international swing.
Yeah, no, I don't playing at altitude in Joburg, but that's too much so I can are.
And I'm off a cliff in 8 position.
Max over.
Overall, though, you've taken the lead again.
Yeah.
By default.
Yeah. By withdrawal.
By withdrawal, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm obviously happy I'm leading again, but it was a bit like, wait till we get later into the season, hopefully I can hold people off rather than just being up down.
beat people off. So you're on 8-7-2-1.
Yeah.
Premier Crew 8-7-10. Really close between you two, actually. And it's been really close since day one. Weirdly.
11 points. Yeah.
Crazy. Mr. Penn 8-5, so there's 200 points between 8-5-9, 200 points there. Renton 75, 8-4, 8-9, and then past captain's picks 8-4-4-5, which is an unbelievable challenge from past captain's picks, considering he was nowhere after the opening swing.
Yeah, he's had a great another good event there.
Unbelievable.
Out of our mini league, he finished third again, so just consistently just chipping away at it.
The lorry canter of the mini league.
Good luck to those in contention there for the Pro Vs.
Make sure you contact us this time.
Yeah, we found out that Matt U West of the Woods doesn't watch, does he? Well, he didn't.
No.
If you're watching, I'm Matt.
That's right now.
Yeah, missed the boat there. Mr. Penn.
Mr. Penn. Mr. Penn wins it, though. So yeah,
But that prize is on offer. It's rolled over this time. If it's claimed, obviously we'll decide what we do for the Asian swing next time.
no contract, don't worry.
No, too much travel. We're too environmentally conscious on this show.
We are. We're on this channel. We're looking at you, Brandon Robertson Thompson. Okay, so this week, what's your team looking like? Is it set in stone or is it a quick pick? Because we're recording this on a Monday, so this tournament does start for another 3.
Yeah. 3 days and 3 minutes.
3 minutes, yeah.
It can't be right.
It can't be right.
Can't start this time of night. It says it does. It's ticking down right in front of me.
It's going into because it's going to midnight in it, and it's that time in Johannesburg, isn't it?
I don't. No, they're not that far ahead. Nah. Anyway,
I don't know.
we digress yet again. Right, here we go, Dan. My team for the Joburg Open at Horton Golf Club in Johannesburg. I mean, it's very similar to last year. Captain is Sean Norris again. Just he's playing too well. He's South African. He's at home. He should listen. He's gone first, 6th, 9th, 16th, 9th in his last 4 events. So folly not to pick him. Captain him. He's 74% owned. Like if he goes off and you don't captain him, said it before. Yeah. Same could be said of Jaden Shaper. South African, home country, good form, 47% owned for a reason. And my third South African is Darren Thickhart. Just off the back of his decent performance last week, tied for 4th, and he played well in this before. Without having the information in front of me, he might well have won it as well in the past. So they're my 3 home contingent members, and I've got 3 English lads as well.
Yeah.
I've got Sam Burstow, mentioned in the main pod. He's 50% owned. Just consistently playing well. When you're in that sort of form, you can just all of a sudden top 5, maybe sneak a win. Got more chance of doing it. So fancy him. Fancy John Parry. So we've picked him up all season, haven't we? Right from the off. We had a little blip with a couple of missed cuts, but he's back in and around the top of the leaderboard. Occasionally has his off day, and that'll put pace to his week, but when he does put it all together, he's good enough in this field, 43% owned. And then my third and final pick is 4% owned. This is my little wild card pick for the week, and I'm supporting him because I'm annoyed at him getting left on the sidelines last week. And it's
the man with no face.
He's got a picture on the fantasy game
They're just
website.
having him off, aren't they? They're just having him off.
Poor bloke.
I'm actually going to tag him. I'm going to tag him in this today and just say, you discussed a lot in this podcast. Please watch.
Yeah, no, I'm rooting for him because we followed his videos on both of us and saw them on TikTok. His story of the absolute nightmare he's had in South Africa last week in Durban. being made to wait on the sidelines and think he's playing, gets first reserve. He's warming up, he's literally having to prepare like he's playing a tournament and then doesn't get to play. And it's just an absolute joke of a setup to make someone travel that far. And if he doesn't have to travel this far this time, and he's guaranteed the spot, so I'm hoping he uses that frustration as fuel and gets himself into a good finish. So Brandon Robson Thompson, maybe a little wild card pick for the week. Hope you do well. And that's my team.
Well, me and you've got very similar mindsets going into this week. A few changes there, but I've gone 3 South African lads. As of you, I've gone for Sean Norris, captain. I've gone for Dylan Naidu because I didn't realise he'd finished second 2 starts ago. He's in form, isn't he? And he's clearly playing well in his hometown. It'd be stupid not to pick him. And I haven't picked Jaden Schaefer this week, although I wanted to, because if I picked him this week, he would hit my limit. I've already picked him 4 times. So I've gone in hard on Jaden Schaefer. I know it's the international swing, but I think there's going to be a time when he's going to be the sole best player in the field, like Sebastian Soderberg was last week. And I'm going to want him again once, so I'm not going to pick him this week. I've picked Van Tonder instead. He was all set up. He shot 7 under on the second day. And I think he's probably disappointed to miss the cut there at 3 under, the 3 under par, because the cut was so high. So I think he can probably come back and do well this week. He's had 3 missed cuts already, so it's a bold move. But if he does well, then he might propel me up the leaderboard a little bit. I've gone Richie Ramsey because he started really well last week, and the stats say he's the best on tour for driving accuracy. His putting's not great, but if he's in form, he's in form. I've gone BRT, Brandon Robinson Thompson, for the same reasons as you. I felt really sorry for him last week.
Come on, BRT,
we are the BRT fan club, even though we called him a heptathlete last week, or 2 weeks ago, we'd not heard of him.
We are now rooting for him. Local heptathlon legend Katrina Johnson Thompson.
Yeah, just it rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? And then Hugo Cuso was my final pick, just because I've seen his name so often in the leaderboards doing well. So I think he's a little bit of a lesser owned player, just to try and keep it safe, mixing a bit of risk and reward there. So yeah, that's where I've gone. And that is locked in.
Any little cheeky outsiders you're not stuck in your team that you think might do well, you're a bit worried about?
Joel Gearbash, again, we got to 11 under last week, despite his putting being terrible. He fell away in the 3rd day, which is understandable because of the weather and stuff, but he's going to have one of these rounds where he just absolutely smashes it. Maybe Fruswike, I can't say his name, the guy who won the other week.
Yeah, I heard the commentator announce it the other day. It's Cruzvike.
Cruzvike, yeah. They're my 2 sleepers. Yeah. Any for yourself?
Not majorly outsiders, but from, in terms of percentage owned in this game, Jordan Smith.
Yeah,
he's only picked by 10% of players because he's out of form a little bit, but in terms of ability amongst this group of players, he's probably one of the best ones.
Sebastian Soderberg comes to mind with that statement, but
yeah, I had them words, didn't I? Yeah, they tasted.
To be honest though, withdrawing and then missing a cut, despite 65th, 27th, 24th, I don't know whether there's something wrong with him, whether he's got a little mental issue or whether he's got a little injury there. So that's why I initially had him in my team, but I took him out.
Right.
Same with Veerman as well. I just 3 missed cuts in a row, despite how well he played at the start of the season.
Yeah,
something's going on there.
Anyone. No. I'll be picking anyone who's showing them kind of numbers.
No.
But that's why I'm not gone with him, although he's Jordan Smith.
Nice. But yeah. The bookies seem to think Romain Langasque is it's one of the favourites this week. Never seen doing anything really.
So you got to think what's Jordan Smith?
What do you mean?
Yeah, just out of interest, because I'm just
Only
thinking,
the
because just with you saying that, the bookmakers are British and European, aren't they? So
yeah.
they're gonna weight towards flags that they know, basically, and names that are
Mm.
familiar.
Mm.
I don't
So you've
think there's
got
any basis
Jordan
on that.
Smith. That Jordan Smith is the second favourite.
How? See that? I mean,
Shaper, Smith, Norris, Vehement,
is that
Laporta, Luton, Parry.
okay? So they're literally just going off his reputation, then, aren't they? Like he hasn't shown enough.
Does that not make you think
But
that? Why would they do that though? Like, surely they've got a lot to lose if they're just going off reputation, or do you think it's betting for people is a case of they just click wherever they want?
nah, I think it's probably a well, of what I've just said there. Like in this field, if he does play to his ability, like if don't know what these guys' handicaps are, but like if you go to like the world rankings and where they are in the world in terms of class, he's near the top end of this field, isn't he? So he's got
Yeah.
the capabilities to play better than he has been. I think Moby, I guess, would be the theory. That's the only logical thing I can think of, anyway.
Mm.
So yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
I
about
think
it for
that's
me.
yeah, definitely. Same for me. Let us know in the comments how you get on. And thank you to our new subscriber, Steve, for subscribing.
Yeah,
All the
give us
best,
a
Steve.
shout out in the comments, Steve. Give us a thumbs up. Appreciate it. And everyone else, let us know in the comments who you're picking. You'll be captain this week. You're gone safe like us. We've gone rogue. It's the last week in the international swing. So if you're in contention, are you trying to push for this international swing, or are you playing the long game? Let us
Yeah.
know in the comments. We have got all of our podcasts on herewegolf.co.uk, along with the leaderboards that Jay read out earlier. They can be seen on there. Obviously, the international swing is not something that the DP World Tour website populates it, so that's done manually. We're setting it up on our website. So yeah, give the website a follow. If you're listening to the audio on Apple or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts, leave us a rating if it's 5 stars. Appreciate that. And yeah, that's all for me. Anything else to add?
No, perfect. Enjoy the golf this week, guys, and we will see you next week on Here We Golf.
Yeah. May the sun shine in South Africa. See you next week.
Finally.
Take it easy.
Yeah.